Sometimes I'll start a sentence, and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way.
But I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. Pretty cool. Pretty damn cool.
It's only a game. All you have to do, man.
Calm down, Greg. It's soccer.
And you can't stay off the weed.
This guy's such an idiot here.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Like an improv conversation. Improversation.
Yeah, give it to him. Take it away.
With what?
Did you miss us, everyone?
Oh.
Yeah. Last week, little bit of shambles. No episode.
I think there was some tampering involved.
There was. The aliens, they tracked us down.
They did.
Our audio, they messed
aliens,
up with it.
The spirits, the Scientologists, Jerry. They're all conspiring together, Jerry.
They're all conspiring. The worlds are colliding. And that's in case if you're wondering what happened last week. Our people got in contact with them. They agreed to give it back to us, but in their language. This is what it sounded like. Before warning, you might want to lower your headphones or speakers. I'm not sure how this is going to sound. We'll turn it down a little bit. This is why you guys didn't receive an episode last week.
For $10 million for her smile? Wait.
Listen to that, dude.
I know who that is by visual, but
This is piercing my ears just listening to it.
yeah, that's her name. America. That's got it.
You know what? There's no way this is coincidence. This is
Because of what we talked about last week, right?
This is creepy, dude. Yeah, like
Lords of London. What are they?
that's
like some of it comes in clear, some of it comes in all messed up. I'm not going to play it
totally
anymore.
sounds like someone's trying to communicate through another dimension, though.
I don't know, man. It was weird. And what did we talked about? This was the episode after.
What did we talked about?
I'm doing my best Jameis Winston impression. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yes, bro.
But yeah, so what had happened was after we recorded last Wednesday, Past Future, we had a lot of good info in that episode. We had a new sponsor announced, the Boozy Better. We'll get to that in a minute as well. We did a live fantasy draft on air because we were doing our actual league. We both lost week 1. We'll get to that in a minute.
Fuck, I forgot about that too. Way to kill the mood.
I know, I'm sorry.
I mean, the mood's already been killed.
There's a lot of good stuff to go over today, though.
A lot of shitty stuff.
Well, that too, yes. But so I got home after we recorded. I went to go throw it in post-production, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And I was like, why is this happening? We haven't done anything different. And I'll get to that in a minute. And I was like, what is going on? I called you guys. I was like, I'm going to try and export it again, figure it out. And it just came out like Kong, and I forget the other alien. You okay? What happened there? What was the Kang and Kong? Were the aliens in The Simpsons? Do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do remember them. I don't remember their names.
I think those are their names. Don't hold me to it. If you're
we don't
a
have an
Simpsons
Oz
fan,
today, everybody.
Yeah, no Oz.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, no Oz today, and that is exactly why our episode got messed up last week. We
actually fired him. Just kidding. We don't do that. We don't. Never mind.
No, yeah, we won't go down that road. But we'll talk off air. So only half of his mic was connected. So I guess the Rode mixer, thought it was short circuiting, and that's basically what happened.
Kang and Kodos Johnson.
Kodo Johnson.
I don't know why they have a fucking last name, dude.
That's pretty funny. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to another improvisation. We had to get that off our chest right away and let you know why we disappeared for the week. This is your end of the week Feel Good Friday show. If you guys are new to the show, remember to hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, or wherever you listen. Leave a comment or a review. We encourage any and all types. Remember to follow us on our social media pages at Improvisation Pod on Instagram and TikTok, at Improvisation P on Twitter. Give at Boozy Better a follow on Twitter.
Legend.
We'll get to that in the middle of the show.
Absolute legend.
And remember to always check out our wonderful sponsors, Bean Bundle. Use promo code Improv25, sorry. Fresh and different coffee beans for you and your loved ones to try, delivered right to your door. Promo code Improv25 for 25% off your month-to-month subscription.
I thought you said Improv 25 correct the first time.
I did. It kind of sounded like an improve.
What did we talk about?
Shout out to our fellow listeners, newlyweds, Franco and Christy. They're all the way in Italy, and I've been talking to them quite often while he's been there, and they've been listening to the pod mic. shout out.
Yeah, that's fucking cool, man. Like I rate that. I don't know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I respect that, but like I rate that.
Yeah, I
what
rate that
came
as more
out,
appropriate. I
you
think
know?
so.
That's nice. That's real nice.
They rented
Thanks
a
for the
car.
support.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for the support. They rented a car. They've been doing drives from city to city. So that was nice to hear. Actually, we all made it all the way over to the motherland.
I'm in full ADD mode right now, dude.
I know, dude. I honestly,
I can't even. I've fooling around with the buttons over here. I switched vapes. I was on my phone.
oh, you have two. Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Here's the other one. What's this one? This is the Stealth, the Stealth.
They're both the same. They're just different colors, and I just have them on rotation. One's usually charging. You know, I can't be left without a working vape.
When we usually sit here for an hour, you got to make sure you're prepared. We ran down to get the water bottles last minute because we were a little parched.
Cheers, Jeff.
We have to give another shout out to Norm Macdonald. This one obviously a little bit more sad. The hilarious Canadian stand-up comedian who passed away from cancer at the age of 61 the other day. He kept the cancer a secret for 9 years. He'll be remembered for many roles. He did the ESPYs one time, but his movies, TV shows like SNL, Billy Madison, and Dr. Dolittle, which we just remember he did the voice of the dog. So I was trying to remember what role he played. Yeah.
Lucky, and like I remember, I think Lucky's the first voice that I was going to say Robin Williams. That's a horrible connection there. That Eddie Murphy hears when he's Dr. Dolittle. I think Lucky's the first voice, and it's just like Norm Macdonald, who has one of the most recognizable voices in like entertainment history.
Yep.
And he just goes, no, I don't think you're going to want to do that. And like the classic Norm Macdonald voice. And like, you just can't replicate that. You know?
No, you can't. What was, do you remember what Eddie Murphy was doing in that scene where he caused them to say that?
One of the kids or someone was sniffing another person's butt or something.
Oh, right.
He'd been like, he sniffed their butt, and then he was sniffing someone's butt, and he's like, no, that's not going to go over well, or something like that. I don't remember.
Let's see if I can actually find the scene from YouTube here. We'll pull that up. Yeah, there it is. Lucky the dog.
Yeah, classic.
The butt thermometer.
Yes.
Oh, right. They took him to the vet. He wasn't feeling well. Let's.
Yeah. Oh, look who it is, too. That's
I forget his name. He's
insane, but he's hilarious.
Well, I tell you, doctor, I really think it's pulmonary distress. He might have some fluid on his lungs, too.
Oh, let me.
By the way, super underrated movie. This movie was fantastic.
It's really good. I watched it not even that long ago. Actually, maybe like a year ago.
Could you tell him to get away from my butt?
I did go to veterinary school for 5 years.
Is it just me, or is he hovering around my butt a lot?
And unlike an MD, my patient cannot tell
Look at his butt in the air.
Listen, seriously, could you tell him my butt is great?
So, doctor, if you don't mind.
Hey, where does he think he's going to put that? Look, I was faking it, okay? I feel fine. Just don't let him stick that thing up my hello.
Was this the scene you were talking about, by the way?
No, but this is a classic.
I think this is when he had just discovered that he could talk, because you could tell he was
brought the dog to the vet. Yes,
keep it under wraps.
Yes, I think you're right.
But yeah, that voice, it's one of the most iconic voices.
It is. And like even Billy Madison, you know, like right from that very first scene when he's squirting the suntan lotion on him, singing his song. And he's like, what day is it today? And he's like, I don't know, October 3rd or whatever he says, October. And he's like, it's Nudie Magazine Day.
Nudie Magazine Day, yeah, exactly.
I mean, Norm Macdonald in that movie was great. Obviously, SNL, we've done an homage to Trebek before.
Yeah, you think you're pretty schmaw, don't you, Trebek?
Exactly. Sean Connery, you know, Norm. Like these
Turd
people
Ferguson.
are dropping like flies, man. It's actually pretty crazy.
This was some of the legendary Turd Ferguson character.
Classic.
Again, Burt Reynolds in a commanding lead with $14.
That's right. He played Burt Reynolds as well on Jeopardy, Celebrity Jeopardy.
Check out the podium. Look at this.
Mr. Reynolds has apparently changed his name to Turd Ferguson.
I don't want to take anything away from what we're talking about, but Jimmy Fallon's impression of French Stewart right now is 10 out of 10, all-time classic.
Yeah, that's right. Turd Ferguson. It's a funny name.
Great. What in the... Burt Reynolds, what are you doing here?
Legend.
Yeah, it's not my name.
All right, Turd Ferguson.
he breaks,
Sorry, I'm late. I had to
breaks character.
from the garage.
Well, you're not late. You weren't invited.
Just an all-time classic character. One of the greats. Man. Truly will be missed.
It sucks, man. Yeah. I hate to see that shit, especially Canadian legend.
Yeah,
icon,
exactly.
Comedy legend.
It's sad.
There's only a few of them.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But it's sad. I was going to say it's sad to see all these guys that we grew up watching in movies when we were little and stuff. It's getting to that time. Life moves on.
It is, man. Are we gonna get deep about this? Like, are we gonna get deep into this?
No.
Shit,
I was just gonna try and switch some gears.
Yeah,
here.
you're right. It's fucking sad.
It is sad. But let's switch some gears.
It's the looming inevitability of death.
Yeah. Thankfully, we haven't talked about that in Big Science, but we did kind of talk about that a couple weeks ago, last episode actually, because we missed last week. Correct. But let's switch gears. Let's get into Jameis Winston because we had already brought it up. This guy just continues to give out all-time interviews and quotes that we'll remember forever. So he is now the starting quarterback in New Orleans since Drew Brees retired and is now on the panel. By the way, did you happen to catch Drew Brees? He just happened to look like he grew a half a head of hair in the last year.
Yeah, money can buy you a lot of things. Hair is one of them. Freedom is another. And,
yeah. I know what you're talking about there. But let's get to the clip in question here. This was post-game Jameis Winston.
How did the defense in the running game give overall shape to the way this played out, Jameis?
Well, I just think we were prepared. One thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
Dude, he's got to be joking, right?
No, man, this guy is not joking because...
What did he tell me? He just told me to be prepared.
Let's play another clip. This was Winston.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this one's hilarious where he can't go through the turnbuckle. He just...
Oh, my God.
But this is this was also taken, I think, in like week 2 of training camp. So this guy is serious.
I thought that was a joke.
Continuity is always a great thing for any position. And being able to experience Sean's and Drew's relationship gave me a good grasp of the system.
Grasp.
Reps is what's important. This year, I probably got more reps in 3 days than I got all last year. So it's an incredible feeling to be able to have the opportunity to go out there and execute. Because I'm more of a visual learner. I like to apply what we're doing, apply to certain concepts, and I learn better that way. So it's been fun, and I think I'm getting a good grasp of it. But obviously, my objective is to get better every single day, and I know with the great head coach, his resume speaks for itself.
Oh my God, bro! This guy's really spreading the ass cheeks and going for it.
Well, that's the thing because
I haven't seen that video.
Well, this was not too long ago, but this is the same guy.
So I was pointing that out, that the fact that my brother liked it.
Yes,
and
I
can guarantee you he has no idea who Jameis Winston is or why this would be funny.
I would hope he would know now after watching those clips.
My brother doesn't watch football.
I never thought he did either.
I don't know why he would like that. He's pretty stingy with his likes too. So
he is. I have noticed that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, though, that the reason that clip is hilarious is because this is the same guy that gave the "let's eat a W" speech, where he made his finger as the W as a chicken wing, and it was the most bizarre thing ever.
He mauled his hand, yeah.
Yeah,
it was
now,
straight.
Now that I'm looking at this page, have you ever watched Last Chance U on Netflix?
I haven't, no. We briefly mentioned it either last episode that got deleted, or it's in the fucking Twitter sphere somewhere, or the outer space with the aliens.
Yes.
But no,
Kang
I've never
and Kong
seen
Johnson.
it. Yeah, Kang and I forget the other guy's
Koda,
name.
Kega, Konga.
I don't know. No, it's definitely not
Just
Konga.
they're K Johnson.
K Johnson. K and K Johnson. Yes. Anyway, no, I've never seen it. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I was going to say, because it says they're going to do a season 2. They're going to return to East LA College, which is where they did Last Chance U basketball. It has always been football, but this was the first time they did basketball.
Is it a reality show, or is it just is it fictional? I've never really known.
No, it's real. It's more like a docu-series.
Because I remember,
it's a docu-series.
I remember seeing something about it, like one player that played or was starring in Last Chance U was actually signed to a team or something like that.
Yeah, so from what I can remember...
So I was like, wait, so I always thought it was like a TV show, like Friday Night Lights or something.
No. It's reality.
Okay.
But it's not...
Because I was like, is one of the actors just that good at
No. It's a reality, but it's not a reality show in the sense of a normal or what we're accustomed to seeing reality show, like Jersey Shore, Big Brother, where those are pretty much, they got a script they follow.
Yeah.
There's no game or anything. This is just, it's a docu-series.
Okay.
They follow, in this one in particular. Now, I never have seen the Last Chance U football. From what I can remember, though, they follow specific players who, let's say they had a chance to go to D1 schools on scholarships. Maybe they got injured. Maybe their grades fell off. Something had happened. They just never got that opportunity. They were like a big time recruit. I don't know, personal things, family things had gone on, whatever the case may be. And now they're still trying to make it back to get a scholarship again, go play pro, whether it be...
Or at least get an education.
Something out of it, right? So Last Chance U basketball, they followed this East LA college. And there were a few guys that were big-time McDonald's All-Americans in the U.S., were projected to be on big teams at the big schools in the U.S. for March Madness. I think the one guy, Joe Hampton was his name. He was a big-time, like a 5-star recruit. I forget what school he had went to, but it just didn't work out. So East LA, they're a part of the NCAA, but they're like in the smaller bracket. They obviously don't have the money as the UNCs, the Duke, Stanford, etc. So they're just guys that are just trying to get back to the NCAA, like a better school,
is this
to get noticed.
Gonna help them push through that barrier potentially?
Potentially, it might put more eyeballs on them. Yeah, for sure.
Because like that makes a lot of sense if they're doing this to help these guys like get over that hump that they need to get over, which makes a lot of sense.
But Netflix is smart too. This is a school that already had guys of prominence on them. Like they knew that Hampton was there, and there was another guy, I forget the name, but he was a big power forward. They knew of these guys and what they had done, because that's the whole point of it's the last chance. They know who you are. They'll explain your story. There might have actually been like a clip from this that we could play. This was some of the highlights.
Plus Mark. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm rocking with Mark because Mark is rocking with us.
He was the only white guy there making a joke.
That's what it looks like.
But these were some of the moments.
Holy
that's
shit.
Joe Hampton.
Holy shit.
Freaking win the game. Don't put on the show.
Oh, I really hope we don't get pulled for the Kanye West in the background, but
yeah, we can just talk over it.
You freaking win the game. You don't put
like
on the show.
this is reality. It ain't a fake reality show, right?
Yeah, no, it's like a documentary. It's like a docuseries.
It's a docuseries, literally. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
So the school was trying to go undefeated, make it to regionals, state, to try and get into the tournament as like one of the lower seeds.
Right.
And, some of these guys, they had scouts from other universities. Hey, what's this guy like? They're trying to help these kids get a better life. These are like community colleges, dude, right?
Right.
They're paying for all their own stuff.
Right.
You saw the locker room. It's like nothing fancy compared to what these other schools have.
Right.
Where they're like literally multi-billion-dollar products.
Even their gym
exactly.
was like our high school.
It looks like our high school gym.
In Canada, sports are not really the same as they are.
Oh, they don't even compare. They don't even compare. That was another guy, Malik. Like I think he ended up going to like a big-time university. This guy was an overager, just trying to get to where that dream is.
A kid who can play basketball and a hooper. A hooper is someone who can go get a bucket at any given time for his team.
Really good show. Really good show. I honestly, whoever's listening, I recommend if you're looking for something to watch, even if you're not that big of a sports person, it's just a really cool behind-the-scenes look into the everyday life of these kids who have always wanted to be a professional athlete. And, it's a sad thing. You're coming to the end of the road. It's a reality.
Yeah, we've had conversations about that a lot, though.
Absolutely. Tony Soprano never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
I was looking at this 20 years ago. Hardball was released. Have you ever seen that movie?
No. Is that? Yeah, I was going to say, is that offside? Like
that's Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
G Baby.
It's not a football movie, obviously.
It's a baseball movie.
Wasn't Keanu Reeves in a
RPG Baby? Come on,
oh, that's hilarious.
You don't know?
No, I don't know.
Man. So you don't even feel my pain.
Is that G Baby right there?
G Baby. He gets shot.
Damn, how old is he? Like 10?
Yeah, he's the youngest player on the team. He's one of the guy's younger brothers, and he just wanted to be a part of the team. So like they went in and let him hit and shit.
Is Keanu Reeves like a coach?
Keanu Reeves is
manager?
a coach, right? He's like the skipper, the manager, whatever. Anyway, so he's the coach, right? And is that a young Michael B? Is that a young Michael B. Jordan? I don't know. Anyway, so he goes into sort of like a really rough part of like, I don't know where it is exactly, but he goes into like a really rundown part of a town, I guess, and like predominantly black people, and he's going in and trying to coach this team, and they all like don't respect him because he's white and shit.
True.
And like Anyway, it's a really nice, heartwarming movie about him bringing all these guys together.
Is it kind of like a Coach Carter situation?
Kind of like a Coach
Just
Carter
baseball,
situation.
but like opposites, yeah.
And like 10 years earlier.
Yeah. There he is. That is Michael B. Jordan.
Holy shit. I didn't know. I never really put that connection.
Young Keanu Reeves. You know, I actually started watching The Matrix. I've seen it, but
great.
I started the trilogy
Matrix
again
is
because
great.
they announced, is it a 4th movie?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's coming out this year, I think, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Anyways, this is crazy. I didn't really realize that was Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. I honestly
Dude,
have never seen this movie.
Film. You're going to fucking cry your eyes out.
Really?
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. I might go
Really?
watch
That
it.
good? Okay. High praise. High praise.
Yeah, it's really good.
I was just about to say, you said don't cry. Fact, and I'll admit this, the only sports movie that still kind of gets me every time is The Greatest Game Ever Played, Shia LaBeouf, golf movie.
Great
Story of Francis We Met takes down Harry Vardon in like the early 1900s.
30s? Yeah.
No, it might be.
20s?
I think it's before that. Yeah, maybe even the teens, like the 10s or the early single digits. Well, is there a name for like the ones?
Like the 1901s?
Yeah. Like, you know, I said the teens.
Like the 10s?
Tweens. Yeah, the 10s. No, but before that,
The tweens, okay.
What would you call before that? Like pre-1910?
Like, yeah, like the single digits.
See, this is where we need an Oz because you could look up a
No,
name
there's
for
no
this.
way you can look at. What do you call 1901?
What do you call the era? Yeah, I guess.
Because you got like the 20s, the
I guess-
30s, the 40s, the 50s, and then like the 10s.
Yeah, but what do you call like
Tens.
from 1900 to 1909?
Like the tens.
The zeros?
I think they're the 10s. Because if
Okay,
19
teens. Okay, I see what you're
Because
saying.
of
Yeah,
1921,
so off the rails.
fuck,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of
It's
confusing.
a good question,
little bit.
right? Let's look it up. So
It's not the 10s,
what
you're right?
do you call 1900 to 1910? Do you think we can find an answer? The Edwardian area? Edwardian? Covers 1901 to 1900. The term 1900s is also often used to mean the entire century. Yeah,
Right.
well, that's not what we want to know
But
here.
yeah,
Wikipedia.
we need to know because the 20s.
Oh, here we go. If we say example 2060s, 80s, is this on Reddit? No, Quora. Saying, what do we call the first decade?
Bro, that's nuts.
What do you have
Nothing,
an answer?
nada. People never did figure out what to call the first 10 years of the last century. The years 2000 to 2010 are sometimes called the naughty knots, the knots. But that hasn't caught on either and likely never will. I simply refer to them in class as the early 2000s. Fortunately, I've never had to write about them.
Huh.
Dude, this guy's like a teacher. That's pretty cool. He's got a PhD from University of California.
Julio Cesar Pino.
UCLA. Yo, that's really cool. He's probably like a historian, and I can't believe that another person actually had this question. That's ridiculous.
I was just gonna say that.
That's the most ridiculous thing.
Someone else legitimately had the
In
same
my head, I
thought
was
as
like,
us.
"Psh, we're never gonna find any information on this.
This
And
guy's a
someone
PhD, and he's asking the same questions our dumbasses are.
That's wild. Wow, we're getting up there.
We are.
We're like some self-realization motherfuckers. right now.
Self-realization. So I guess the conclusion is nothing. That's the answer. There is
Yeah,
no
the early
name.
1900s is the 1901 to 1910 or 1900 to 1909.
Interesting.
And
Sans
then there
bread.
was that one too about, we're starting a new decade, and everyone's like, actually, the decade was 2011 to 2000 whatever, or like the other, Do you remember that whole argument? And they were
I do.
No, we're actually still in the decade because whatever.
You just reminded me of the
and apparently.
not actually. It's apparently, but this is the apparently kid. I actually came across this video on YouTube like 2 days ago. This video is classic.
What did you think about the ride? It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before.
I hope he's doing well, man.
Yeah.
Apparently, sometimes I don't watch the. I don't watch the
2014.
news because I'm a kid, and apparently every time, Grandpa just gives me the remote after we watch the Powerball.
Powerball.
Tell me about the ride. What did you think about the ride? Well, it was great. Because apparently you're spinning around.
It was great.
Every time you get dizzy. Yeah. That's all you do is get dizzy.
This guy's like, this kid's hilarious.
Yeah. And I've never ever been on live television. I never ever.
He sounds like he's covering up the fact that he has been on live television
he's like,
before. He's like, I want to stress to everyone here that I have never been on television before.
Apparently, he's never been on live television. But yeah, so that was in
Why is this-
2014. I think it's not spelt wrong, is it? A friend.
Oh.
Don't worry about that. But apparently that kid, we hope he's doing well.
I hope he is doing
We
well.
hope he is doing
Should
well.
we Google what he's doing? I'm kind of curious now. Can you Google
I don't
it?
know. Can we, like, what was his name? The apparently kid?
Apparently kid 2021. Let's just see what comes up.
Where is he now?
Yeah, okay.
What happened? His name's Noah Ritter. This was done last year. Are we going to really dive into this?
Kid, I just want to say, disclaimer, this channel...
The world is wondering.
Oh, no!
Noah Ritter. Ever since his rise to fame on The Ellen Show, fans have been wondering if Noah Ritter is still on social media.
Yeah, what's
Noah
going on,
Ritter
Noah?
was debatably the funniest guest that has ever been on Ellen. It's a little odd that he has disappeared ever since you guys' fame. Even during one of his interviews on Ellen, he mentioned that he made a YouTube channel. It seems like he was ready to become a YouTuber and become a big-name celebrity. Will you explain what happened to Noah Ritter, where he went, and what he's up to in this video? Noah Ritter didn't really
Let's speed it up with some enthusiasm, pal.
I know.
Holy shit.
Do we really want to know what happened to Noah Ritter?
Well, maybe can we just skip to the end?
That being said, there'll be a live that appeared on Ellen Tube 2016.
So it looks like he just went on Ellen a bunch.
2017,
Okay.
Noah Ritter had another chance to rise back to the top of his
2017,
career
huh?
when he was invited back onto the Ellen Show.
Jeez.
He was still the same kid as the previous years, but maybe even sillier and more random. There's really no way to tell what Noah Ritter will be doing in the future.
All right,
Bro,
well.
I mean, what the fuck, bro? You fucking... There's nothing good in that clip.
We need to know what's going on
If
with Noah
anybody
Ritter.
knows,
let's reach out.
should we?
Yeah, apparently we should.
I mean, I gotta make sure he's at least like 15 or 16.
Yeah, I mean, well,
We're gonna be like, hey, Noah. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, slide into his... I don't know.
You were the
whatever,
one saying
bro.
I was going down a deep, dark path here.
I was just saying, like, I want to... Like, okay, so 2014 is when that was originally
Yeah, so
out,
that's at
right?
least 7 years ago now.
And he was probably about 8 in that video. 7 or 8.
Yeah.
He's probably about 16,
He's probably about, yeah, he's
15,
probably in that
16.
range. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm super
Grade
curious
9, 10.
to know what he's up to.
Yeah.
And how he's not super famous or something.
It looks like he had a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, and I don't know. This guy stole all his thunder because he was doing Noah Ritter, apparently guy from Ellen, who had another chance to go on Ellen. I mean, come on, dude.
Well, maybe we'll reach out to Noah Ritter, and maybe he can help us get in touch with Alcor, because we're trying to reach out to the people that decapitated your head.
Yeah.
And freeze it and then
I'm
wake
a
you
little
up.
skeptical now. Like, if they're not returning my calls, like, what if I'm frozen and I need assistance?
You were seriously considering being a customer.
I am still. We'll see. Once we do a tour of the facility,
Yes.
then I'll make up my mind.
They're going to wake you up 150 years from now, or maybe 250 years from now, and be like, hey, we're actually out of business. So the technology, it's not there. I mean, so we're just going to...
Just set you free.
Do you want your head back?
Enjoy. Good luck out there.
Hey, good luck.
By the way, the world's turned to shit, but good luck.
Yeah, but good luck. Week 1 in the NFL, it's over. We both lost our fantasy matchups, but it's a long season. You know, seasoned vets like ourselves, we know we can make some moves. I tried to pose one out to you a little earlier, but it's week 1, so
I
let's
don't
not
mind
jump to
that
conclusions.
move, by the way. Like, I do need a quarterback, I think, at this point, because I had to pick up fucking Sam Darnold.
Well, that is legitimately the reason why I said, do you want Josh Allen? Because I was looking at my waiver wire, which, by the way, I have to pick up a defense, so I might do that live on air. But but I saw you pick up Darnold, and I was like, Mikey, okay, let's do something here. Let's do something. If you're really picking up Sam Darnold, you got a problem.
Bro, I've already tried to pick up Derek Carr. Someone owns him. I've already tried to pick up like a ton of quarterbacks.
It's week 1 though. Like,
I'm an idiot and drafted Ryan Fitzpatrick thinking he could have like some fucking miraculous year, and
that's not. I mean, at the
goes out
time,
and gets injured in like the first 3 plays or whatever.
Yeah, he literally had 6 plays, something like that. He threw for like 13 yards.
I literally dropped him mid-game. I didn't even let, like, I don't know how they allowed me to do it, but I just dropped him mid-game.
Yeah, that is weird. It probably went through the next day though, or
no, he was gone. Like, I was down a roster
just like, all right.
position, and I was like trying to add someone, and I was like, oh, I got to bet on this shit now. I don't love that either. Like, I would like it to happen quicker too.
Yeah, I always said that with the waiver wire, but we have the dollars. But I can't believe they actually let you
and also
drop him. I've never seen that.
I know.
Even if
weird.
He started for you, no, he was on the
didn't
bench.
start for me.
Maybe that's why.
And so this is why I don't really want Josh Allen too, and I'll discuss that in a second.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh, then get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Like, I just had to cut him basically.
Yeah.
Essentially, like, no guaranteed money there at all. Yeah, so that sucked. But I also don't want Josh Allen because I forgot where I was going with the other thing. So I'll just go to this now.
I forgot you were talking about the other thing.
I don't want him because I have Justin Herbert. And
I know.
I don't want to be faced with the dilemma every week of who I'm going to fucking start. Which
That's
is,
me
I know what
right
you
now.
have.
It's me right now.
And who's your second quarterback?
It's my boy, Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford, right? And he has the potential to put up strong numbers all
MVP
year.
season,
Josh
apparently.
Allen also has the potential to put up strong numbers. The problem is he didn't play very well.
They
in the
looked
first game.
terrible
So
week one.
it's
Buffalo could have a regression, man.
You're right, and you're at a face with a tough decision here. Like,
Well,
I
I'm
think
also an idiot because I jumped the gun and drafted him a little too early because I forget who. Someone took Mahomes too early.
exactly. So you took Josh Allen really early.
Really
I remember.
early. Yep.
And I was like,
need to make up
fuck,
ground.
all the quarterbacks are going to go in like the third and fourth round, and I'm going to be screwed.
Someone kickstarted the train.
And so I hate when someone does it. I hate when people do that because it really throws me off. And then I end up taking Justin Herbert, and someone like Oz, the OG Oz, will take Jalen Hurts on Philadelphia, and Jalen Hurts is going to put up 30 points, and Justin Herbert's going to put up 18 points. And like every year, I come to the realization that I shouldn't be drafting a quarterback, no matter how much I think I need one. And then I always do it.
I literally said it to you guys live when we were doing it. I was like, I'm not going to do it this year. You'll keep calling me.
Yeah.
You'll keep calling me.
Josh
Allen will make me feel guilty.
Yeah, like I watched a video. It was like one of those stupid TikTok videos about fantasy drafting in football. And it was like the guy's like,
went down the rabbit hole.
And he's doing like the fucking this shit. And like, it's like one of the things was it's still too late early to pick a quarterback or something. And I was like,
interesting.
I should have fucking listened to him.
Should have. You know,
the thing is, I know nothing about quarterbacks and who's going to be good and who's not going to.
Well, I didn't hate the Ryan Fitzpatrick pick. It just happened. Excuse me. It just happened that it didn't work out. I mean, it's an injury. Shitty things happen. But it's
and
week
I literally
one. Long
only
season.
picked him
Long season
for one game.
Yeah.
Of the season.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And yeah, now I'm fucked. And like, this is obviously what happens in fantasy football. Like, injuries kind of throw you off your game a little bit. But like,
you should have listened to that guy. You should have listened to him.
I should have listened to him.
You should also listen to the Boozy Better and his picks.
Yes.
So we announced our new sponsor, a big friend of the show, the Boozy Better, last week, but you know, the damn aliens. Follow him at Boozy Better on Twitter. All your daily fantasy plays from the NFL, UFC, and the PGA Tour. We will give you Boozy's picks every Friday right here on the podcast. But if you want to jump the gun early, and Boozy suggests you do so, follow him on Twitter for the daily updates on all the plays. There'll be mostly NFL for the next little while, but there's UFC every couple Saturdays. There's always a fight night. There was actually one on TSN last night. I thought it was live. Looked it up. It wasn't live, so it fooled me. But the UFC is rocking and rolling, man. There's usually something every week. Stay tuned. He loves the UFC. And, you know, I'm sure he's going to have the Ryder Cup going in a couple weeks. Big golf guy. But the PGA Tour, it's going to be gone till about the end of December, early January. So follow him for all the picks there. His picks this week. Are you ready to announce them, Mike? We have the Boozy Better's picks for week 2.
Let's hear it.
He's got a couple on Sunday.
I'll let you know if I agree or disagree, but I'm not the Boozy Better. I would trust him.
Absolutely. He's got a couple for Sunday and then the Sunday night game. So he's got the Bills -3 at the Dolphins. He's going with the Bills, and he's saying it is the lock of the week.
I agree. I would have
Lock
said
of
the same
week.
thing. I would have said that's a lock. I'm taking it. Hammer that.
You know what? I don't like how the Bills looked.
Doesn't matter.
You know what? -3 division game. They should be able to.
And
beat
Miami
Miami's
is
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
But I still think that's a lock.
I'm going with Miami, and you know what? You can call me.
You are a hater.
Fair.
His next pick, the 49ers -3.5 favorites at the Philadelphia Eagles. He's riding the 49ers.
I don't like it.
All right, I like it. I mean, they played my Lions last week, and they were up 28 at one point. The Lions tried to make a comeback, classic, leaving it to the last minute, just like the Leafs playing to the last 5 minutes of the third period when they finally show up. I like that pick. I'm riding Boozy on that one. You're not?
I think
you are a hater.
Yeah, we'll see.
The next
I like
one.
Philly. I mean, Philly played well.
Jalen Hurts had a really good game.
Yep.
Dallas Cowboys +3 at the Chargers. He's riding the Cowboys.
Cowboys played really well. Dak
against his Buccaneers.
Great. I'm just really hoping Herbert has a really good night and they have a shootout against Dak. But what was the spread?
+3, so they're 3-point
the
dogs.
Cowboys are underdogs.
Yeah.
I would probably take the Cowboys.
I like the Cowboys on that one for sure. Chargers, good team. They're going to be at home,
It's
but
a low risk. It's not really. I don't know. This betting's not really low risk, everyone. But it's
please play responsibly.
Yes, seriously. Know your limit. Play within it. I like the pick. I like it.
Yeah,
I would take the Cowboys for sure.
Man, I'm so hyped right now.
Either that or the Cowboys will lose by a field goal, and either way, they're going to cover that spread. So
anything is possible. That is why I played the clip. His final day game, he's got the Vikings +4.5 dogs at the Cardinals. He's taken the Cardinals as -4.5 favorites. I love that pick. Love it.
I'm also thinking selfishly in terms of my fantasy team. I have Thielen and JJ.
You are a hater.
And I'm hoping that old
Stay
man
in your
Kirk
lane.
Cousins can fucking figure it out
Yeah.
and stop throwing balls short. And, I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little nervous. I put a lot of eggs in that Minnesota basket.
You
It's
did.
not really-
You did. You put it all in. You like that? You like that?
Yeah,
Kirk
I
Cousins,
know,
baby.
I know.
And then he's got the Sunday night game, his final one of the week. Chiefs -3.5 at the Ravens. He's riding Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs -3.5. Baltimore gave up that game in overtime to the Raiders. Fantastic game. One of the best games I've seen in a long time. And
So was the
Peyton
Thursday
Eli
night
with that Monday night broadcast. Hilarious.
I actually didn't watch any of the.
Oh, yeah, I saw some of it.
saw
It was-
the
it was
clips.
outstanding.
I saw the clips though. Yeah, they stole the show for sure.
Yeah, so to reiterate Boozy's picks, remember to follow him to keep up to date, but he's got the Bills -3, his lock of the week. 49ers 3.5 favorites, the Cowboys 3-point dogs, the Cardinals 4.5 favorites, and the Chiefs 3.5 favorites as well. Remember to please play responsibly. Switching sports now, the Blue Jays, the Toronto Blue Jays right in our backyard, they are absolutely on fire. As it currently stands. Yeah, literally, they're in the wild card. They are tied with Boston and the Yankees, so it is an AL East. Just a gong show in the AL East. You got Tampa leading the division by, I think, 9 games over those teams. But you could potentially have...
They're playing right now, too, the Jays.
They're playing tonight, yes. But you could potentially have 3 teams from the AL... Well, I think you will have 3 teams from the AL East in the playoffs. So the Yankees and Jays right now setting up for a wild card game?
The Jays just have been offensively unbelievable.
Dude, outstanding. It's like 2015, but better.
They put up 22 runs or 23
27 runs in a 4-game span.
Like, that's absolutely
never been
insane.
done before, and they had beaten the Yankees 4 straight in the Bronx, and the Yankees didn't lead for at any point in the 4 games. Hasn't been done to the Yankees since 1924. They're literally setting records. Vladdy Guerrero is going to hit the Triple Crown. Miguel Cabrera was the last one to do it, I think, in 2012. Our baseball fans, hit me up and let me know if that's correct. I think it was 2012.
Yeah.
So batting average, home runs, RBI. Not only will he do it in the AL, but if he wins a Triple Crown, he will be doing it in both leagues. Outstanding. You know the last time that's been done? I think I heard this stat, so I might get it wrong, but only 5 people in the history of baseball. It's been like Ty Cobb, Lou Gehrig, and Babe Ruth.
Wow.
Like, what? So literally, if for baseball historians, because the game's been around for 5,000 years, those are literally 3 of the all-time greatest players of all time. I think Ted Williams was in that group, so he's even included in that.
How about of all time?
How about of all time? Shout out.
It's impressive. I mean,
very impressive.
It's been I've been tuning into more and more Jays games.
Yeah,
like
it's
I find
playoff
baseball.
time, baby.
I'm not a huge baseball guy, but I do really enjoy like watching the Jays in the playoffs. Like,
Yeah, man.
I've had some great memories
for sure
of like the Jose Bautista, like Edwin Encarnacion
Yep.
days, Josh Donaldson, like
Yeah,
all these guys
MVP.
going into
Absolutely, man.
deep playoff runs and stuff. And like I have some great memories of watching those games at bars, like in university
100%.
and stuff. And like that shit was wild.
Exciting, man. Super exciting.
Baseball fans, I don't know if it's because the game itself can be boring, but they just love to pound drinks and like they just
It's
drink.
pastime. You're just sitting there and enjoying
our
the
buddy,
game.
the boozy better. You know, we got the
Make that
commish,
connection,
William
yeah.
Regal.
Absolutely, yeah. They
you
get
know,
after it.
You
Those
know,
boys
they,
get after it.
They
We love
do get
them.
after it. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
excited. I hope they
I'm actually going to be heading to the game on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't know who I think the Twins are in town, or they might still be playing the Rays. What's today? That would be like a 5-game set. That doesn't make any
Wednesday.
sense.
Let's go back to the schedule.
Yeah, we can do that exactly. It might be the Twins, and that would be kind of cool because
Twins, Basil.
That would be Josh Donaldson coming into town.
Josh Donaldson pops it up.
There it is. That was a pretty good Buck impression. The 307 start, the Twins. So we'll be seeing Josh Donaldson. The Twins, they're out of it, but they had aspirations to be a pretty good team. But Robbie Ray, also first-year acquisition. The guy had been playing in Arizona and I think somewhere else. He always was a good pitcher, but now he's like a totally new guy.
Yeah,
could win the Cy Young. He might be the leading favorite in the clubhouse right now as we're talking about it. They could have the MVP, the Cy Young winner. What are you laughing at?
I don't know. I'm just laughing at the whole incident with like the Orioles and Robbie Ray. Do you remember that?
Yes, the coach. The coach was chirping him. I think we can find
and
that.
Robbie Ray's just kind of looking at him. He's nodding his head like, yeah, keep it coming, keep it coming. And then he goes and strikes the guy out and like,
yeah.
I mean, it was great. Like,
let me see if I can find that. We got to play that quickly.
It was so good.
Sorry.
Like the coach was just berating him like from the dugout.
He was
calling him.
Robbie Ray looking over toward the Orioles.
There's the clip.
Dugout for some reason. Not sure what's going on with this delay here. But
So that is the Orioles manager, Brandon Hyde.
We can't say anything?
Just the fucking ball.
We ain't saying shit.
Brandon Hyde.
That is a manager.
Arguing with somebody, I'm not sure who.
This is absurd. There are children in attendance.
With the fastball,
stares him down. Look at him.
First out of the
Dude, if that.
Two things. Robbie Ray, tightest pants of all time.
Dude, the guy scares me, bro.
There is 200 fans in the stadium because Baltimore is god awful.
Yeah.
And it might have been raining, or it looks like a gloomy night. So you can hear every single word. Let's continue it. It's almost over.
Crazy. He's like, let's go. Fuck off.
Yep. He's hollering at Robbie Ray.
Robbie keeping cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, Robbie. This is kind of interesting.
Robbie.
I love how they did the double.
I don't know if he motioned to him.
Was that Buck Martinez talking, or was that you?
It was Robbie Ray. Robbie, this is pretty interesting here. Robbie Ray.
Cy Young Award winner. But yeah, the Jays, they're doing good things, man. So we're definitely going to be locked into them. A lot of sports talk on this episode, but I was going to talk about the Leafs. We have to get to Would You Rather and Big Science.
Oh yeah, we should do that because we've been rambling.
I actually meant to tell you off the start of the show. Did you know Jake Gardner might be retiring? And I know you're not the biggest fan of him, but like, don't you think that's kind of sad?
It is sad.
He's had back injuries since Toronto. He actually missed a lot of time in that final series against Boston.
I feel bad, but I also feel slightly victorious because you and I had a lot of debates about Jake Gardner.
Yes, we did.
And you were a very big proponent that someone will pay $6 million for Jake Gardner.
Yes, I was.
And I said, you're nuts. No one's paying $6 million for Jake Gardner.
No, they didn't.
Sure enough, Carolina signs him for like $2 million a year.
Four for four.
That. Okay, 4x4.
Turned down more money in Montreal though, because he said, "Get me the hell away from the spotlight."
From the Canadian media. Yeah,
Toronto completely ruined him.
I feel it. And I said, you're crazy with his back issues and the way that he fucking plays the game. I don't think he's going to stand a fucking chance in this league.
You might have been right.
And I'm really sad for him. I feel really bad for him. It sucks. It's part of the sport though. Like, you get injuries. Sometimes you have to retire early. I think he could have been a lot better. I feel badly that he had to spend up most of his prime years in Toronto if he does retire, because I don't think that was the right market for him. Clearly couldn't handle the pressure. He had a lot of brain farts, and whether we want to blame him for some games or not, either way, he felt a lot of that pressure on him, and
some of it deservedly so.
I'm not going to blame him for it. I'm going to blame management because, people saw this shit coming before and they didn't do anything about it. And, it's not his fault. He's just there left to hold the bag.
Yep.
It's sad though, man. I didn't really know that. I do feel bad for the guy. And as much as I like to hate him, it's I'm nothing without Jake Gardner in the league because who the fuck am I going to chirp now? So.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll find someone. There's Travis Dermott, who's got the similar playing style that we're starting to turn heads on. But you brought up management. John Ferguson Jr. is going to be named the assistant general manager of the Arizona Coyotes. Hilarious that JFJ is back in the league after he destroyed the Toronto Maple Leafs in the early 2000s.
It makes sense that he's going to a dumpster fire, though. Like,
yeah. I mean, they're really bottoming out Arizona. The next two drafts, like we had Steven on the show a couple months ago,
and they got like fined and they lost like a bunch of draft picks.
They have gotten some back through some trades, but they are loading up for the next 2 years and really bottoming them out to try and get Shane Wright, Connor Bedard, who could arguably be a dumber down version of Connor McDavid, Austin Matthews on your team, which is outstanding. By the way, Austin Matthews, he's never going to Arizona. Let's put that out there. Maybe in like 15 years if they get their shit together, because they can't even pay their players. He's not going to Arizona. The guy's it bugs me clearly, as you can tell. But the guy's a superstar. The guy is a superstar, 2-time cover athlete for EA Sports. So
2-time cover athlete.
But that's got nothing to do with anything.
Nothing.
But that just means how marketable he is because he plays in Toronto. The guy can score 100 goals if they played 100 games in the season. One of his teammates, Ilya Mikheyev, is requesting a trade. That's just
obscene, ridiculous.
That hurts me. As big Ilya Mikheyev guys, that hurts me because you have no right to demand a trade.
How dare you?
How dare you?
We made you.
Put the puck in the net. We know you're Ilya McDavid when you skate out there.
Yeah, what's my Twitter name still?
Ilya Mikheyev.
Yeah, it's spelled like McDavid.
Someone actually was like, "Who's Ilya Mikheyev, and why are they liking your tweet?" Like, Ilya Mikheyev liked your tweet. I'm like, that's Mike. It's Mick because of McDavid because he's faster than McDavid.
Yeah, correct.
But anyway,
McDavid's daddy.
Eichel's still in Buffalo. Brady Tkachuk still has a contract as of right now. We're speaking on Wednesday. That's a mess in Ottawa. Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson still need contracts in Vancouver. So we'll have a lot of hockey talk because the season's going to be starting soon. And that's
I'm excited.
That's our background, right?
I'm excited about hockey. Actually.
It'll be a good time. But let's get to some Would You Rather before we end the show here today.
Let's do it.
So let's roll the dice, and we are going to stop on number 25.
Nice.
Number 25 of Would You Rather. We have not done 25. I say this every time. I feel like we've done that one. And we've never done them. We have done 23, though.
Right,
so Would You Rather number 25, Mike?
Would you rather lounge by the pool or on the beach? Give me a beach, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean...
I can lounge in a pool in my neighbor's backyard if I want.
But you'd rather be at the beach.
I can't lounge on the ocean.
You have been at the beach by your old house.
The beach, I did have the beach by my house. No, okay, it wasn't a beach. It was what we called the beach.
Yes. I have to agree with you.
I mean, come on. That's not the greatest one. I mean,
no.
It's maybe if you're like in California and like...
California.
The beach is like Niagara Falls to you. But like,
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, definitely going with the beach on that one. Calvin Klein.
I could have even just said Vancouver or something. But
number 98. Let's go down to number 98 and take it away again, Mike.
All right. Would you rather have all of your messages and photos leak publicly or never use a cell phone ever again?
That is the easiest. Never use my phone again because you know what? I'm already starting to hate my phone, to be honest with you.
Fair.
Like, I really don't. I'm not on social media that much anymore. Just Twitter because of my writing and stuff like that. I gotta get some views. But
I got you. You do have to be active on social media.
I have to. I literally have no choice.
You can get an iPod Touch and just connect to Wi-Fi somewhere. It doesn't have to be a cell phone.
Do they still make? They don't make those anymore, do they?
iPod Touch. Is that? I'm fucking showing my age. Shit.
Yeah, there was quite a few of those.
I don't think I have anything to hide. I don't know if I could never use my cell phone again.
I mean, yeah. You're probably right, but I'm just thinking right now, like I don't even want a phone anymore. With everything that's gone on, politics, COVID, social media,
There's
the whole lot, I could really go without a phone right now.
That could be taken out of context in my phone that I'm thinking
There is
about,
that, yeah. I'll take my chances. I'll keep that shit to myself.
I'll take your just. You know what? I'll take my chances. Everyone can read it. I don't fuck it.
Exactly. So we'll do our final Would You Rather. These two have been pretty quick. 239. Now I don't want to say it, but we actually have done 239.
Wow.
So we are going to have to roll.
No, wait, is that 229?
No, we did 238 and then 239. I think 239 was the Black Mirror one because I said it was right below.
Yes.
So we will roll it again and we will stop at 224.
We like that.
We have done 232, like you said, and we have done 229. Yeah. I mean, there's 250. Why are we getting so many close to each other?
The 20s and 30s. The 20s and 30s and the 10s.
There we go.
Or the not-nots. Whatever the fuck.
The nothingness. What was the number again? 224.
224. Okay. Would you rather be the star player on a losing team or warm the bench on a championship roster?
Wow.
I think I've been both.
That is not the question, though.
I have been both.
Yeah. I believe I have as well. I definitely
Neither felt real great. I got to be honest. I mean, okay, the championship was great. When we won,
the dream, the boat. Come on.
When we won the fucking what was it? High school? It was
rugby.
I think it was rugby when I was in grade 11, and I didn't ride the bench, but I was also not like the starting prop on the team. There were two other guys that were like the starters, and then I would sub in for like, I don't know, the games were like an hour and a half, maybe. I would go in for about 30 to 40 minutes of this game, right? But we ended up winning the championship that year, and like it was great and all. I was like, yeah, it's dope. I'm gonna celebrate like I fucking did everything. But like deep down, I know it wasn't me that won that championship. On the contrary, when I played white level hockey, it was probably about 12. I was the leading scorer on my team. I was like second in the league, and we were last place. We didn't win a game the whole year.
So it sucks, right?
And it sucked because I'm out there fucking busting my ass, putting up 3 points a game, 3+ points a game. And like my team was just shit. And so, yeah, it sucked. I mean, I did have a good time though. I remember that team quite well. I think I was the captain or the assistant captain of that team. And it was like the first time in hockey where I felt like I was like actually a decent player, even though my team was shit. So I was like, okay, I don't mind this. So
fair enough.
I don't know. It's tough to say. I'm thinking.
I think I'd rather have a little bit of the glory and at least hope that I played a role. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I want to be a role guy. Glue guys.
I like the way you think about that because I would be a great locker room guy. So I'm going to I'll go with that one as well because I think at the very least, like I thought about Jumbo Joe, I can bring some good lighthearted humor and some inspiration to that team. So let's go with that one. I like it.
Absolutely. So we'll leave the would you rathers there.
And we're on the last one.
We are on the last science fact.
Dude,
this website.
A great find. This website.
Yeah, well,
great find.
We're a little screwed now because I have to find a different one and different facts.
Oh, wait.
For next week. Well, the episode didn't come to air, my friend, so we're redoing it.
Shit,
Let's roll it across the bottom.
Okay,
take it away.
Number 15. A flea can accelerate faster than the space shuttle. A jumping flea reaches dizzying heights of about 8 centimeters in a millisecond. Acceleration is the change in speed of an object over time, often measured in G's, with 1 G equal to the acceleration caused by gravity on Earth, which is 9.8 meters per 32.2 feet per square second. That's confusing. Fleas experience 100 G's. Sorry, I did that last time too. 100 G's. You know where my mind's at. I think I said the same thing last time.
Yes, you did.
Fuck. God damn it. Fleas experience 100 G, while the space shuttle peaked at around 5 G. The flea's secret is a stretchy rubber-like protein, which allows it to store and release energy like a spring.
It's like cool. Gordon Ramsay, stretchy, rubbery.
Stretchy, rubbery. It's raw! It's raw!
It's rubbery.
You donkey! Classic.
I've been watching a lot of that.
I love Gordon Ramsay
Yeah,
too. I don't know how we got on Gordon Ramsay, but
the stretchy rubber-like protein.
Stretchy rubbery. It's rubbery.
It's the stretchy rubber-like protein for the flea.
It's trash. What is this?
Fuck off, will you?
I fucking love Gordon Ramsay, dude. Don't even get me started.
We'll have a Gordon segment. We'll learn how to make something every time from Gordon, right?
Do the Gordon Graham. Yeah, we'll follow Gordon Graham. We'll look at one of his posts on Instagram. Dude, he does some really funny shit.
He does. I think he comes across as like a dick, but he's really a nice guy.
Yeah,
family
he's
guy.
A nice dude, cool dude.
The guy just appreciates the art of cooking.
Yeah,
right?
and I respect that. Absolutely, he loves what he loves, and he's good at his craft and like whatever.
Coming from the guy who wanted to be Guy Fieri, if you could choose anyone,
I do like Guy Fieri.
Yes.
I mentioned it today that I do like Guy Fieri to some people. I do like him. I'm a big fan of his. But this is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Bugs are kind of fucking weird,
Very weird,
like,
dude, yeah.
Like ants can carry something. It was something like
100 times their weight, something like that.
I think it's more, yeah.
1,000 times?
Like a 300 times their weight or something crazy. And like, I'm thinking about carrying like, I don't know, something that's like 800 pounds. And
it's
I'm
impossible. How is that even possible, right?
Bro, like what is, like, I wouldn't be able to do that. So like bugs are, a lot of people are scared of them. A lot of people think they're disgusting. They're really fascinating creatures.
I really think they're a lot smarter than us, to be honest.
I mean, there's a lot to be said about that. Like, they say that, I was going to say beetles, but it's not beetles. It's cockroaches can survive, like, pretty much nearly anything. Like, they'll survive a nuclear blast. And they said, I don't know, there's some weird fact about cockroaches that they can, like, if they teamed up together, they could take out all of mankind. Humankind.
Maybe we can make that fact number 16 next week. We'll find a cockroach fact and we'll throw that in for the big science fact.
That's a good idea.
Number 16.
We got to write that down. We're going to forget that.
We will write that down. But everyone, thanks for listening or watching today's episode. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a rating or review. That's on YouTube, Spotify, Google, Apple, wherever you listen. Hit us up on social media. We're out of here. Until next week.
Well, then get the fuck out of here then. Okay, see ya.